Hi, I'm Martin Staley, and this is the tractor that wields the chipper. And we're having a little issue where it's not driving forward, so I'm going to check it out and also explain how to use the chipper and the tractor. So here we are entering the cab, and so to start it, you push the clutch all the way down, and this should be in neutral. If you lift it up and push it forward, then that would enable it to drive forward. Same with backwards. But to start it, it should be in neutral. The PTO, which is here, should be off, which is kind of down and around. And then these two pedals are the brakes.
Here, I'm going to come around.
Sure. These ones operate the hydraulics. This lever here raises and lowers the 3-point hitch, which brings the chipper up and down.
Wait, which one is it? Is the furthest one to the wall, correct?
The longer one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then there's two sets of gears, like a bicycle. There's this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and if it can do that, it's in neutral. And then it has this one here. It has A, B low, B high, and C. I don't know why they didn't make that 1, 2, 3, 4 as well, but I guess there's a reason. And then to make the hydraulics work for the chipper, where it'll spin the teeth that pull the wood inwards, you push this one click forward. It can go 2 clicks, but you just need to do 1. So I'm going to start it and see if I can raise up and drive forward, because I was told that it wouldn't do that. So got the clutch in, I'm going to turn the key, let the lights all do their thing. The glow plug will heat up because it's a diesel. It has a higher activation energy. And there, it just went off. There's a little yellow light down here. the issue was is that it wasn't all the way in gear, and sometimes you can bump with your leg or something and just kind of knock it just slightly out.
I think you said that you can't raise it when that's engaged too. I think I was trying to do that too, and I was just struggling, and it like scared me a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I kind of bombarded you with a lot of information about this. But now we'll have a video, so...
Perfect.
So, with this, if you pull it back, then the feed will be pulling inwards. And if you push it forward, it reverses it. It's kind of like the drive on the tractor. And the middle is neutral. So a good instinct to really hammer into your mind is that if anything bad is happening, you hear a weird noise, whatever, you just hit this. If you start getting sucked in, and it's probably what you do anyway, you're falling in and you try to hit that and take it right back out. But best to kind of keep your hands away from that stuff. Let's see. Somewhere there's a helpful little illustration of what can happen when you get your hand too close to it. Here it is. Gnarly. Here's another illustration. So when you fire up the PTO, this thing will be spinning, and you do that at low throttle and steadily raise it to high throttle. And so you don't want to get wrapped up in any of the spinning parts on this. So if you have long hair, it's good to put a ponytail. You don't want big dangly necklaces or anything like that. A lot of my shirt sleeves are kind of ripped up from getting caught on branches going into the clipper. So yeah, just stay away from that when it's spinning. And another eccentricity of this tractor is that when you turn it off, you definitely do not want the PTO to be engaged. You want to make sure it's off.
You want it to be completely stopped back there, correct?
That might not be necessary, but I do that anyway.
Okay.
So, for some reason, it is likely to not start again after you do that. If you turn it off while the PTO is engaged.
Okay.
It's just something weird with this tractor. And also, I'm going to show you everything with this. This controls the speed of the intake. Right now I have it around maybe a little over 3. That seems to be working out pretty well. But if you want to change it, then you can loosen this and then turn that and then tighten it. So this is all the way down, and so it doesn't do anything. And one time I thought it was broken. It took a while to figure out what it was, and it said that this just got knocked back here. And so there you can see it speeding up. And I guess I don't know if you would ever need to have it that fast, but probably a pretty good level right here, a little beyond 3. But tighten that down. And so when you're driving this around, you want to make sure you're not hitting the trees. And you gotta think about how far that sticks out, how far this sticks out. And this you can lift it up if you want to. And with this you can turn that around. Here's how you do it. You loosen these, and then you'll be able to move that like a reverse or something. But I found it works best when it's pointed that way, but if you need to like get it in your garage or something, it's best to use help. about it. Well, some advice for using this. You don't want to try to feed it too much at once. It's good to just have it steadily going in. And sometimes if it's not grabbing it, you can try like kind of jerking it to the side. So the way it works, it pushes everything through this kind of long chamber, and then there's a metal flywheel with some blades on it that spins around. It has a ton of momentum. When you turn the PTO off, that thing will keep spinning for quite a while, especially at 12 degrees, which it should be. Yeah, while we're there, there's a grease fitting here. There's a grease fitting here. To find grease fittings, look for parts where there's like metal spinning and would be touching metal. Same thing on the other side, there's two more. Let's see here. And shoot one on the bottom, there it is. And then most importantly, this one. And then there are a couple more on the PTO shaft. So if you have a way to get in there, there should be at least one in here and one there too. It's not easy to hit those, so whenever you can, I'd recommend doing it. Yeah, I think that, well, okay, one more thing. If you see that this is not spitting stuff out, but you're putting stuff in, then stop. Because what's happening is there's some kind of jam in here, and so as you feed stuff in, it'll keep just crushing all this stuff together and just make it worse and worse, and you'd eventually have to take some tongs and extract all those pieces. So I think that's actually it. Thanks for watching, and have a nice life, y'all.